No dobra. To co? Zaczynamy. Red Dead Redemption 1. Gramy na PS4. Mam na PS3, ale stwierdziłem, że lepiej będzie odpalić tutaj, bo jest lepsza grafika. Także lecimy tutaj. Pierwsze odpalenie. W ogóle nie grałem wcześniej. A tym mam przewijać oko. Zobaczymy, jak będzie gra w ogóle przeportowana. No nie chyba. Słyszałem, jakieś problemy tam były czasem z tym, ale napisy, no niech będą włączone. Nie wiem, czy gra jest polskiego, chyba nie. A nie wiem. Nie, wszelkie prawa A to chyba będzie polski. To znaczy, no tak, napisy będą polskie, ale wiecie jak jest. Ale nie ma tego dialogów polskich. Raczej. Rockstar. No dobra. Normalny, ekstremalny. No, normalnym sobie zagramy. Nie znaleziono zapisu, co chcesz zrobić. No, stworzyć, nie? Z automatycznego zapisu. Nie no, niech będzie z automatu. Zapis. Zobaczymy, ile nam zajmie ta gra w ogóle. Przejść tej gry. „30 klatek podobno jest. Tutaj nie ma 60, na PS5 też ponoć nie ma 60, także zagramy w 30. Kiedyś zaczynałem w ogóle na PS3 grać, ale dużo nie zagrałem. A nie pamiętam takiego początku. Rockstar Games Presents. No, grafika po tym wygląda spoko. Całkiem.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we helped the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals,
Marta.
but they're
Dzięki.
happier now.
Uh-huh.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
O, jak tu jest duży świat. W porównaniu na przykład do Red Deada 2. Red Dead Redemption 1.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental,
Gra
but this
Rockstara.
state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family.
Zobaczymy, ile nam zajdzie czasu, żeby ją przejść.
Apparently. But John's family have made
No.
a lot of money.
Western,
And he has
western.
a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Czy w to nie grałem? No ja właśnie pierwszy w 2 więcej grałem, ale w online. A w 1 prawie zacząłem, coś tam liznąłem, gierki na PS3 jeszcze. Gramy na PS4. Intro na razie. Dobrze, mówisz, odpalasz? No jest.
Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
To już tu, chyba. Do salonu. No, powiem wam, pierwszy rzut oka, grafika w porównaniu do PS3, no to no jest różnica. Ja na Pro jeszcze gram, więc na Pro tam no też jest lekko lepiej. No tym gościem. Dobra, idziemy. Audi. Zobaczymy jak to będzie, jak ta gra się będzie trzymać, bo jest jest ona przeportowana z tego. No nieźle, gościu, nieźle. Jest przeportowana z PS3, nie? Więc zobaczymy.
Must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
No, idziemy. Już to dawno nie grałem na PSC. Muszę się przyzwyczaić do pad. O kurde, ale czułość jest niezła.
Alrighty, Mr. Marston, let's get. Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Let's go!
Want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War.
A, można przytrzymać, żeby zrównać. Dobra, S.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is.
No nieźle to wygląda.
So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
No widać jak się dorysowuje część terenu, no to wiecie, PS4. Ciekawe czy na PS5 jest tak samo, ale to jest port gry. Ponoć tak różnie z tym portem bywa. A na PC niestety nie ma. Tak byśmy grali na PC. Jest coś tam, jakieś plany są na wydania na PC, ale kiedy to nie wiadomo.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me, Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Ty patrz, on sam będzie jechał, nie muszę skręcać nawet. Jak się równa z nim. Nie no dobra, teraz musiałem.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
No to jedziemy tam, zobaczymy sobie mapkę, czy... To znaczy po misjach będziesz swobodny ten. Zobaczymy sobie mapkę, bo nie wiem czy będzie.
Listen, mister.
A to coś pamiętam, to będzie chyba... Tu nie wiem czy nie będzie strzelaniny małej. Albo i
So
nie.
I understand.
Nie wiem.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
No dobra. Coś wejdzie tutaj, tutaj chyba.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Oh. Poor John.
No to jeszcze pamiętam z tego. Z PS3. A co ciekawe jest, patrzcie, że to było tam dalej chyba. Chyba, że on się przeniósł. Tam jakieś dwie plamy są. Widać to. No to musi się przenieść. No dobra.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss
Well,
McFarlane.
hello.
I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
No dobra. To nasza chatka tutaj. Do zapisu też. No dobra. To tutaj konia nie ma naszego, ale chyba dostaniemy jakiegoś. Dobra, zobaczmy sobie ciekawe z tym mapy. No. No mapa sporowa może być. Mapa sporowa może być. Ciekawe. Dobra, to co? Idziemy na misję, nie? Nie no, graficznie powiem wam, jak na port z tamtych czasów, no jest sporo poprawy. Nie chcę mi się wyciągać PS3 mojej, ale no jest. To działa w ogóle w Full HD. Tam to działa w chyba 720p, Red Dead 1. Mam nawet Red Dead 1, mogę to sprawdzić nawet zaraz. Z pudełka. To miejsce nie jest z Red Dead 2 czasem? To chyba cała mapa jest, chociaż nie wiem jak to ale kojarzę to miejsce. Ten mostek. Tak, to będzie pewnie tutaj.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Okay. Let's go. No widać, takie trochę dziwne zachowania postaci są, że za to sportu wynika chyba, tak mi się wydaje, że to wynika z sportu.
It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse. Easy now. Come on, it's time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Come on.
No dobra.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Ciekawe, czy tu jest auto aim.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a
A
fine
tam też była
corral.
jakaś misja, z tego co pamiętam, na tym tutaj, na tym tym.
Now where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished.
Oh,
Bringing
sorry.
in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Giddy up! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Well, are we going inside? How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
No tak.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
No widać, że starsza gierka
Come on,
po
then.
tym.
Let's mount up and take a look around.
Widać, że starsza gierka po tym, jak są zrobione niektóre ten. Pusto jest trochę, mi się wydaje. No ale... Okej. Co, jedziemy, tak? No patrzcie, cienie już są. Na tym, co zobaczcie, jak na PS3 to była zaawansowana gierka. W tamtych czasach.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Ciekawe, czy będzie strzelanina? Czy niekoniecznie?
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? Whoa!
O fuck. Nie tak.
Bet you thought I couldn't use this, didn't you? Get
Zsiadł. To chyba dobrze.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
Come on!
Dobra, dawaj.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Ale jest auto-aim.
Get those pests before they scare the livestock. Wait, going after the chickens.
Go!
Nice shot. Good shoot, Mr. Marston.
Dobra, jeszcze jeden gdzieś jest.
Well,
Mamy to.
got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of
Right.
happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
No to co? No to dobra, może zdrzemnąć się w łóżku, zapisać grę. No to okej, to wiemy. Tak działa GTA. Zasięg budzi się po 6 godzinach. Ok. Do skrzyni możesz odebrać dodatkową amunicję. O, to też się przyda. Otwórz pojemnik, zobaczymy. Honor plus 50, amunicja rewolwer, ok. Karabin powtarzalny, ok. Już handlują cennymi informacjami, na przykład sprzedają mapy, o, no to nieźle. Dobra, no to co, zapisz grę. Git.